advantage of doing it is to get an advantage over the person sitting next to you. You'll get into the university before they will. Or you'll finish your degree more quickly, because that's 3 credits that you now don't have to take once you're at the university. But distance learning is expensive, and you don't get that cultural experience. But at your age and in your position, it is a way of getting an advantage over your competition.
We have heard about the YES program. Basically, what is this program?
I'm going to turn that over.
Yeah, it's called Youth Exchange Study Program, and there's a organization called IRO that does that, and they send high school students to US for 1 year, and they go there, study like in high school, like everyone else, and then they come back. And I can give you their contact details later. Right now I don't have it, but I can pass it on to Dr. Ina, and she can.
I do have these.
Okay.
Yeah. We have some ones for you. These are
enough for everyone.
Yeah. This is the IRO brochure, and this is USEFP. And some more.
So you can just. Yeah. Next question.
Yeah, I saw somebody else had a guess.
What are the academic requirements for to get admission in an international university?
It varies from institution to institution. So you have to complete high school and do well. That's all I can tell you. It will vary from institution to institution. As you're researching universities and colleges to go to, there are rankings about how hard it is to get into them. They'll be extremely competitive, kind of competitive, and easy to get into. Often what people will do is, when they're applying for universities in the United States, they will apply to the one they want to get into, which is usually a hard one, and then they will apply to one that isn't quite so hard that they wouldn't mind going to if they didn't get into their first choice. So people won't just focus on a single institution. They will have a plan B, and often a plan C and D and E, in case their plans don't work out. So yeah, when I say, you go to your mailbox and you open that as thin letters and thick letters, there are generally a lot of them. It's not cheap to apply to universities. It's not free. You pay for the application process, so you have to think carefully about it. But it's a good idea to apply to several colleges and universities that meet your needs, in case you don't get into your first choice. Yeah?
What is the scope of medical students in America?
Say that again? Sorry.
What is the scope for medical students in America?
What is the score for?
Scope of the medical school.
What is the scope
Medical
of
studies
medical?
scope
get
in
the
US.
residencies and all of this.
I don't know. You want to be a doctor? No? Yeah? It's
I'm a doctor myself. It takes really huge. You need to do, after you have these long list of steps, you need to do the steps, and then the fellowship, and then it's hard to find residencies, Martin Place.
That's the single most competitive kind of education.
Very competitive.
Extremely competitive. But if you're good and you're committed, it's worth doing. It's a great job. You have to come back to Pakistan. You had a question.
I'm asking, do they provide laptops to their students?
Some do. Some provide. Some require students to have laptops, and so you might have to buy one. But again, that would be part of the funding that you might get from the university. But it's very common now.
How much Fulbright excuse me, Fulbright? A-levels, did they apply for after the A-levels?
Fulbright is mostly for grad students.
Okay.
So that doesn't apply for undergrad.
How about the postgrad? The postgrad student?
Yeah, postgraduate graduates.
I had this question actually for myself.
And we can discuss about it.
Yeah.
There was another hand? Yes.
What would be my first step in planning to study in America?
Yeah. Come here and get on this computer and look at Education USA, that website. That's your first step, and it's the funnest step. It's the step that's the most fun.
And
Yes,
what
good
can
grades,
help you out?
SATs.
Let me add a note for this. Actually, we have some valuable resources that can assist you to plan for your career in higher education in USA. Like we have exhibited some print resources here. These can help you out. Otherwise, we also receive different kind of admission kits from institutions from the US. Those also can help you out. And if you can't find information with this, with the help of these resources, we can redirect you to some electronic resources or US EFP. So we can entertain your query also through us to the US EFP and educational institutions. From scholarships to educational opportunities, what colleges offer, you can ask us and we can redirect you to the resources.
So how much does training do these undergraduate schools cost? I mean, provided if they don't get the scholarships.
Well, ma'am,
How does it
it
cost?
varies from region to region.
On average, I mean.
Well, I cannot specify a range of exact amount for that, but you can have.
Just all of them
but
and
you
like
can have the
other batch 15 left over.
Yeah,
all
but-
of them want to go to
but you
medical
can-
for the studies. And this is like one question which one of the parents come up to me and ask. Like,
If I had to pick a number, I would say $20,000 a year.
20,000 a year,
$20,000 a year.
undergraduate.
Yeah.
Just for the school?
Yes. Well, school and housing. School, housing, and food
Okay, that's
as a package.
15,000 per year.
Yeah. But, they're, as I said, they're pretty much everybody gets financial aid. The other thing that's another approach that many international students are increasingly taking advantage of is the community college approach. To go to the United States to a community college, it's a technique, it's a way of doing this that is often overlooked. Community colleges are frequently much, much less expensive. And it's a good way to break in the system. So you go to 2 years, you could get good grades in the community college, and then you transfer to a 4-year school and get your degree that way. And your ultimate degree will come from the school that you graduated 4 years from. So that would be the brand that you would have. But it's a way of saving money, and it's a way of breaking in.